This week on the Unamplified podcast.
Hello, people. Welcome to the first episode of the Unamplified podcast season 2. It's been a long while and I missed everyone. My name is Cynthia Mbamalu, your host, and we're back again for another interesting ride with our amazing co-host.
Hello, everyone. My name is Queen CY, always with the vibes.
Shit.
The Vibe Queen is back for season 2.
Yes, so
I missed all of you. Welcome to the Unamplified podcast.
thank you. And we have, do they say new cat? We're introducing someone new.
The new cat in the house.
Yes, the amazing Andrea. Welcome to the Unamplified podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. I am Andrea and I'm the dramatic one.
Yeah, we can already tell the way she even took the shades off.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yes, it's really been an amazing journey so far. And the season break was long, but was needed. And we're back again. And to begin this first episode, we're like, yes, that happened in the past 2 months. But we have an amazing guest, the one and only.
Superstar.
The one and only Ovie Clarkson.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Welcoming Ovie Clarkson.
Let the poor
Fresh worry boy.
breathe. Oh my
Hey.
God. I am super excited. To
Yes,
be here.
he's a lifestyle expert,
Okay.
entertainment expert,
yes.
social media expert, real estate. You wear several caps, apparently. What can't you do? You know, the first time I met him,
Yeah.
we had this long conversation and I was blown away. I said,
Okay.
okay, Mr. Ovie, what can't you do?
I don't like to be stereotyped. That's just it. And in Nigeria, you can't do one thing and expect you want to make it. You need to diversify.
Exactly.
Spread your tentacles.
Exactly.
And you make
Spread your tentacles. And that is a message for young people watching.
Exactly.
Young Africans especially. You know, Nigeria is not our only audience. We have people watching from across the continent. We are in a time of diversification. You can't be known for just one thing. It's good to
Absolutely.
diversify, to learn to do several things, because that's the only way we create change. Make things happen.
You
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so a lot has happened in the past 2 months. And because, you know, I like government talk, I'm going to start with the governance space. We have our new minister. The last time we had our last episode, the president was still constituting his cabinet.
Yeah.
And now we have all ministers, I believe, appointed, and they have resumed work. How many ministers do we have this time around?
So I think altogether there are 47 ministers.
About 47. That's a huge number.
Initially, they appointed 45 and they added 2 more extra. So 45, it's 47 ministers.
47. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So 47 new ministers. But we also know there were new ministries created. How many new ministries were created? Any?
10 new ministries.
10 new
were
ministries. And there was one you
created,
like the most.
Yeah, of course. It's my industry.
Yeah. Which is
The arts, culture, and creative economy.
arts, culture, and creative
Particularly.
economy.
Yeah.
So both of you are from that space too. Arts, culture, creative industry.
Yes. I'm in
What
the
do you
creative
think
space.
about that? Do you think it was a good move by the president to create a ministry to look at that sector?
Yes, it's actually nice because the creative space needs recognition.
Yes.
It needs
true.
to be out there because content creation now is like the new oil.
Oh, yes.
It's a really big market.
It's a really big market that I feel is really, really untapped. And we have a lot of creatives. If we take out social media now from our today's society, take out content creation, many young persons will be on the streets.
Yeah.
All right, probably doing one thing or the other.
Yeah.
But through the rise of content creation and people trying to exhibit what they have up there, it has given people what to do. Take for instance myself.
Yes.
If you take out content creation, now probably I'll be begging for arms or something.
I
So
know.
I really appreciate government for doing that. It's really a nice initiative.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I think now people applaud content creators
Yes.
and award them and
Yes.
recognize them, and this is very nice, a very nice move.
Yeah, and it's not an easy. You know, I told someone that content creation is not easy, so I don't look down on anyone
not,
because
so,
me and my social media, I struggle to post one post hours. I edit. I'm like, oh no, I can't do this as a business. So I don't look down on content creators because I know it takes a lot of work and time. And you said something about entertainment industry also, because you know when people say Nigeria is becoming really popular. One of the things that has been our selling point is our entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think, Andrea?
Yes, that's very true. And I like the fact that now we're more organic in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Music wise, film wise, we're more organic. We're telling more of African stories, more of our stories now than, you know, just trying to put in Western culture. And it's such an amazing journey that we have embarked on from like the old times. The film industry now has changed. So many things have changed. Like AFRIF, Africa International Film Festival. It happened 5th to 10th of November. And then they had a global awards on the 11th of November as well. And a lot of people came from outside of Nigeria. It's an award, a festival that happens literally every year. I think this was the 13th edition. Yes. And it was really amazing to see. We also had Genevieve Naji.
Oh my girl. I'm a fan of Genevieve. I was so
She's your
crush.
to see her.
She's everybody's crush. All of us they crush on Genevieve at this point, you know.
She doesn't grow old. I wonder how she does it.
She's drinking from, you know, it's not
Vampire
just her.
blood.
Yes, there's some of, yes, I don't know, they don't age. Kate Henshaw.
Yes.
Kate Henshaw.
She's so energetic.
Energetic, you know, doing things that I'm like, okay, this is how I want to be when I'm this particular age. But it just shows that level of intentionality to, you know, preserve and then to invest in yourself, but also to produce content that the world can appreciate. And when you talked about Genevieve, I think there was a movie that was...
I Did Not Come to You by Chance. Okay. She's the one that she was the executive producer, or rather she is the executive producer of that particular movie. And I wasn't there, but I was part of the crew members.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was shot here in Abuja. I was so proud of myself.
We're proud of you. You did not tell me this thing. No wonder you wanted to mention this in particular.
Oh my God.
It was shot here in Abuja.
I like the part to say that the creative space, how we are recognizing our own and our culture, particularly in the music space. We've seen how they are trying to tap in from our Afrobeat, and also including us in some of their award shows.
They've created categories for Africans
and our benefitors, like how Davido was nominated for three nominations.
You know, they cannot ignore Afrobeat as it is at the point now, because I mean,
big.
You know, almost every country in Africa that I've visited, you would see Nigerian music everywhere. But it also shows that is an investment, or that's an industry to tap into. So quickly, beyond the creative, is there any other new ministry that caught our attention?
I think the agricultural space.
So before we get to the agriculture, I was just thinking of something, because I know we were going to talk about agriculture later. When we were planning for this episode, Quincy Y was talking about the need for food security in Nigeria.
Yes.
There is hunger, and I think I need us to end on that note, because I really need us to dig deep into that. But we know that we have like 10 ministries created, and in all of this, it's not just about creating new ministries, right? It's about its effectiveness.
Yes.
And why I wanted us to talk about
I wanted to say that, but I just needed you put to land. Not to create ministry, they work.
Exactly.
Yes. It's not about whether you created, is it working? And that for me is what is really, really important. And let's go straight to another thing that was trending, because one was the new ministries created, the ministers. I think I want to talk about the gender part. How can I forget the gender part? Because amongst this 47, the women were still low. The number of women ministers were still low. Barely 18.7%.
Yes.
That's on that 20%.
Out of the 35% that was promised.
Yeah, and I think this is a very important point. If the president is listening, dear Mr. President, you have failed Nigerian women when it comes to appointment.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the women you appointed.
Thank you, sir.
I know the Minister of Youth in particular is a young woman, Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim. However, the federal High Court last year gave a judgment that mandated federal government to adhere to its 35% affirmative action in national gender policy. Federal government, these women sued the federal government in court. Federal government has now gone to appeal that judgment. Can you imagine? They don't want to. They don't want the 5%.
Now, is it still in court?
They have appealed it, so it's still in court.
Yes,
so I will not talk
in
much on it, because the federal government appealed the decision. But I'm like, why appeal it? You pass. National gender policy is your policy. It's not we. We didn't put it. It's a government policy. Nigeria is signatory to a lot of international instruments that says we need to promote women. And I think the president, even at his campaign, said he will include women in his government. It doesn't make sense that in appointing ministers in this age and time when we have qualified women that we did not even get up to 20%. We're under 20. But the target is 35%. And hopefully one day, 50-50. Because the world no be only man gets a moon. Now man and woman, I be a lie.
You know, lie.
Yes,
You
now
know,
man
lie.
and woman normally, but
Yes.
I don't know. In this part of the world, people don't usually like 50-50, even when it comes to business. Have you not noticed? I don't know if it's only me.
Okay.
You're bringing a business idea to someone, bringing your mental capacity and all that, and maybe some few resources.
Yeah.
And telling the person, no, please let's do 50-50 because probably I have the manpower, the idea, and all of that. You are bringing your resources, and the person is like, I can't do 50-50. Do you understand? I'm bringing it down to generally to business before we're taking it back to gender equality.
The idea of 50-50 is something that we need to start seeing from all aspects of the work that we do, especially as it relates to gender inclusion.
Yes.
Because the world is made up of men and women, and Nigeria, our democracy cannot move forward if women are not part of the conversation. And so moving straight from the ministerial appointment and the need to have more women in government.
Very necessary.
Yes. There's been so many other things trending because in the past 2 months, a lot has happened. What are the
So
top two
much has
things?
happened.
Obi?
Plenty things don't happen.
Yeah.
Even I even lose track because I've been so busy. But whenever I come online, I will go and get one kind of trading gist. Recently, we had the case of Ola Dips. When
The one that
I
died
heard-
and resurrected
Yes.
after 2 days.
Oh, wow.
I just come online, see person die, RIP, what is happening in the music industry? People just be like that. I was like wondering what's happening. Said this Ola Dips. The song started trending. I was like, what happened? Later, we say the matter. I don't know what the heard the matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so later on I heard that he's fine, he's even eating. I think somebody posted on Snapchat or so that, I just spoke to him now, he's even eating. I'm like,
Okay.
so why?
What's happening? I thought it was still a joke. Like maybe this person is just joking, or maybe he's feeling sorry that his friend died and he cannot believe cannot come to reality
And
that
again-
his friend is dead.
Yeah, and again, I think it's not the first person that I've done that's faked his death.
No, there
I
are
think there's
a
one
lot
other
of
guy.
music
Question
artists
is, why do
specifically.
people
I don't know why.
They need to fake their deaths.
What I feel is
I like.
in Nigeria, bad news sell faster.
Yes,
People don't
I
like.
agree.
I don't think
this
it's
part-
in the world, not just
No,
Nigeria.
in the world generally, but coming back to Nigeria is worse.
Yeah.
Because we
if you
Africans.
notice, when he announced his death, he's still having more followers.
Yes, he was
Still streaming his
trending.
music.
Yes.
He was
But
trending.
when they now noticed that he was alive, they became angry.
Do you understand?
Like, you must go back and die.
okay. Can I tell you something?
and die.
Even when the news of his death came about, people started having followers. So my question is, why are you following somebody
Someone
that
that is dead.
someone that is dead?
When he was
Do you understand?
was still alive,
So
he not
probably the
following-
boy, as he don't try, don't do promotion, don't do everything. You know you see him. Now it's okay, make I fake my death. After
I
all,
die.
somebody
Did it
before
before?
now did it before. I think Skibby or something
Yes,
like that
Skibby.
Yeah.
faked his death. Because the moment they say one bad thing has happened to, even as I'm here now, I don't do content they promote. Since some persons they feel they sync with the content. But maybe they say one thing bad controversy, and everybody will rush there. This of yourself, you own too much. I don't talk
What else is
Do you
trending?
understand? There are lots trending. I think this very dark man,
Oh,
very dark black man.
very dark black
Yes,
man.
that
So-
guy that calls people out for
Oh, really? Oh,
doing wrong things
I'm
and the
really
rest.
it's like I'm not even a young person.
No, yeah, you're not a
The
young
way this thing is like news to me.
You've not been in social media for
You
some
don't know
time.
very dark man?
Not really. I don't actually.
How will you say you don't know very dark man?
It be like
He's
the
everywhere.
person that they follow, the people like
He's the hottest
You're not
guy.
following
He's the
him.
hottest guy on social media right
All right.
now.
Okay. What does he do? What is he known for?
They drag people. Recently, somebody came to me and was like, I paid for something. I think over 50,000 naira for 4 months now. The person never sent them product. The person they post them. I said, please contact very dark man.
So
There's
what
someone
we
help
there
you,
that's-
help you drag
basically,
them.
he
Yes.
calls out
People.
online.
You know, on
Online,
social
yeah.
media. You know, on social media.
Yes.
People scam a lot.
Okay.
Sell fake products without NAFDAC number and also scam. So if there's an issue like that, that's where it comes in. I think it started with skincare products.
Skincare
It started
products,
with
yeah.
skincare, people having skincare product that damages their skin. And when it goes to check, you find out that this product has NAFDAC number, but the subsidiary product do not have.
Or
And
they're-
each one
they're
is
the
supposed to have
same,
NAFDAC
different
number.
numbers.
All right. Then he moved further into dragging other persons. talking on issues that he feels is necessary to talk about. Right.
And that's where I'm having problems with him.
Okay.
When he started dragging skincare people and pointing out the NAFDAC number, I was happy. I was like, at least someone is coming out to speak up on this issue, because most women damage their skin all in the name of organic skincare products. But subsequently, when he started diving into people's family matters,
personal issues,
I'm not finding it funny, because
there are
you don't know
certain
what is
things
happening in this family.
Exactly.
You don't know what has happened before.
But the thing
he's just saying based on what he's hearing on social media.
Okay, so now, because for me, I always want to connect it to governance. What can we learn for very dark black man?
Accountability
and checkmating.
Yes.
And
Because it's someone that actually checkmates people online. It has made a lot of should I say online vendors. If you just tell somebody now, if you do anything, I'll call very dark man for you, we'll drag you. Do you understand? The person is a bit
they call themselves to order.
Yeah.
Because even in as much as you say, okay, very dark man, not like I've only met him once. I think I met him recently. You understand? I like his guts anyway. Not everybody can come on social media.
You will learn.
As I don't want problem. My content, no be where you go find trouble or where you go. You understand? But he has that amount of guts, and before he comes out to say one or two things, he does a little research. Maybe his research might not be
as in-depth,
substantial enough, but he and there's always like this. They usually say there's no smoke without fire.
Sure.
Most of his rants, they have been, should I say, if you want to score him now over 100, they've been 70%. Pass mark. Do you get
70% is not bad. I mean, when we were in school, 70% means say you don't try.
Is that 70% in like being the truth?
Yes.
Okay, so now I won't say sadly, I don't follow this young man. He's a young man, right?
Yeah.
I don't follow this young man. Yeah. However, if there's something I'm picking from that is perhaps this is something we need to learn in the society because we need to start holding people accountable.
Yes.
When you talked about skincare products or even products selling fake products or things that are damaging to your skin or people who scam people online, when we don't call those people out, it means they will create more victims. And we do not want to start having people experience bad things that we could have protected them from. And for me, that is something we need to learn in the society too. Because as citizens in Nigeria, citizens in Africa, we have that power and that right to call out our government when they fail. Our representatives in the National Assembly, in the states, subnational, that state assemblies, even in local governance. So from the president and every level of government, to start calling them to account. We voted you into power. It's not a dictatorship.
Yes.
You're not our God. You're not our ruler. You're not our king. Even for the ministers appointed, you are appointed by someone whom we elected. So you are still accountable to the people, right? Yeah. And I think that is something we should also start learning, to start calling out government, calling out individuals representing us. Maybe also the research part, Ovie talked about, it's also good to have in-depth research.
You don't just come online and start calling people out without knowing the grassroots.
Knowing the grassroots, exactly. So we also need to ensure it's an informed calling out, meaning that we have the right information to make the right demands we want to make. Exactly. And so, as we're just talking about calling out, I know recently, not so long ago, there was another trend. Mikel Obi, I know him for football. All of a sudden, I saw a post about him online, and people were talking about an interview. Is that an interview or podcast? And then issues around this, black tax came up. Did any of us follow that story?
Yes, I did. I listened to him and the points he was making. So apparently, he was trying to talk about relations, family members who just put the financial burden on someone that is doing well in the family. And he went further to say that it's those family members don't even know if they don't even care about your own immediate family. If your children are okay, if you're taking care of your children, all they want is just for you to settle them.
They want to have a share.
They want to
Yeah.
have a share. They're like entitled.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like,
That's entitlement.
they should also have a share. They don't even want to work as long as they're having money. Be giving them is their own entitlement. They have the right.
And this can also breed like bad habits. Like they can go to a club and spend money anyhow, or I don't know, spoil things, and then because they know that they have someone who has money. They can just make a phone call. And also laziness, they can just become lazy and want to go out to get a job. Maybe I have a rich sister, I'm like, my sister will take care of me. Duh. I don't need to work.
Yeah,
You know?
let me see. Ovie, when you talked earlier, you talked about diversification. It needs to be dynamic and diverse in what you do.
Yeah.
So I can say the spirit of a hustler is in you, because there's no dulling with you.
Yeah.
Meaning that I'm also sure you'd also have an experience some levels of pressures from people, maybe from where you come from.
Yeah.
You're a Delta guy now.
I'll be worried now.
True
Worry
worry.
boy.
True. The real worry. Yeah,
so-
you know. What's your take on this?
My take on it is, I came late into this trending issue because I was like, I think I watched it on TV, and I also went to social media and I was reading. I like to read comments a lot.
Yes.
Once I go on posts,
Comments are
I go to the
always
comment section. Even I'll start laughing. And I saw some controversies. People were like, Mikelobi is stingy. Is this? If they give, how many things have you done? Musa has done things in his place, and Mikelobi. Well, I don't know Mikelobi personally. I don't know if he's stingy or not. But what I feel from what he said, because I went to watch the video, I feel it's not far from the truth. Do you understand? Not far from the truth, because Africans have this sense of entitlement. Do you get? Nigerians have that, because you don't even need to be rich before they start tasking you. All you need to do is just look
Good.
okay. People, they have this syndrome that they want to, when they see you, they want me you still say, between today and tomorrow, you won't die. Maybe look like I say you won't die. But they just see your problem and say, this person is suffering. This person is, no.
They want to
this
pity you.
They've seen
pity
you
you.
now with
But when they
this
see you as I wear this suit now, they don't know whether I get money for you. They don't know whether I try come. It's doing well. Even especially this era of social media. Like I tell people, social media and real life are two different things. We post our best life on social media.
Packaging.
Do you understand? I feel enter keke self. Social media are the one I did for car I will post. Doesn't mean that I don't blow. Doesn't mean I do alright. But the moment they perceive these things, do you get? They're going to bill you. It's not as if it's bad, because people like to ask.
Yeah.
Do you understand? My kind of personality, I work for the things it shame me, make I go to ask person for things. So I don't have that entitlement mentality. Even right from when I was small. Do you understand? So everybody have that pressure. Do you get? So I feel it's not far from the truth. I don't know if it's stingy or if it's generous. Everybody will not be generous. Everybody will not be stingy. It's good to give, because I also said people that give is not because they have a lot.
Yeah.
Who they give, they give.
Yes.
Someone that cannot give you 1,000 from 1 million, when you tell them, say they're hungry. If you like get 10 million, you could tell you, say that money get used.
Abby.
That money
Yes.
get it, I want use them do.
Yeah, and I think, when you were talking, there were things I was picking from you. One is, it's not necessarily about the giving, because as Africans, we believe in hospitality.
Yes.
Yeah.
We believe in the spirit of Ubuntu. When you have, you share. In fact, we are communal in nature.
Yes, we are.
Right? Where I come from southeastern Nigeria. It's a belief, and I'm sure in most parts of it, if you're doing well, you take care of your younger ones.
Yes.
In fact, sometimes they'll send the first child to school. If a family is struggling, they'll send the first child to school and say, when he goes to school, he will hustle and take care of the younger ones, right?
Yeah.
You also see people who take their cousins, nephews from the villages or communities to the cities.
Yeah.
So we have that sense of sharing, which is why in Nigeria, you can be here and hungry. You can call your friend, guy at the hunger, or I get hunger. How do you say it in pidgin? Sometimes my pidgin is to
At the
embarrass
At
me.
the
Abby.
H.
At the H, you know that worry people sabi this
Yes,
pidgin
sir.
pass. You can call your friend and then he's saying, "Oh, come over," and it's So it's not necessarily about our sense of communal living or our sense of giving and sharing. I think the main issue is one thing you raised, that sense of entitlement.
Entitlement, yes.
Because the idea of black tax, because I read a bit about it, it actually originated from South Africa. It was basically people doing well, helping the other parts of the family. And then you were saying something about
it's popular with the minority communities.
Yeah.
The Latinos, they call it brown tax. for them.
So it's not just within
it's not just Africans.
The black community. So you can tell that is that sense, and I think that's what makes us different. I always tell people, like, and this is not shading my white friends, but my days in Europe, there were days I was just sad and depressed, not because I was hungry or anything, but because you can be in your flat, you don't know who your next neighbor is. There is no sense of, my guy, how you doing now? Did you wake up? And no, in Nigeria will meet you. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Even though we don't want to know if you slept well. How was your night? Have you eaten? There's like everyone was focusing on themselves, and I just said, Kai, somebody can die in their flat and nobody will know.
My cousin is actually facing that currently. So he posted on our family group chat and was like, oh my God, that he's tired, he feels depressed, that nobody is talking to him, he does not know anybody here, and like they're not very friendly. And I think my sister called it culture shock, because he was just surprised that it's not as communal as it is here in Nigeria.
But can I say something? It has an advantage and also a disadvantage.
Sure.
Yes. For the type of life they live, and coming back to how we live, let me break it down now. Like a normal Westerner, those in the West, they are concerned about the three basic things of life: food, shelter, and clothing. Because they have these three things, they are okay. But not for an African man or a Nigerian person. We want to acquire more.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I want people to know, say yes. We don't. If I don't get one car, say which car they drive. This one. Do you understand? So there, everybody minds their business. Like I said, it has advantage and disadvantage. That is why there, nobody's looking to your house to see what does he have inside his house. You don't enter your house. Don't do it. You can get your stuff mortgage and you're living your okay life. Everybody is okay.
Yeah.
But here, people. That is why I don't know. Our problem is so vast. But I believe with time if I think even this communal thing is also what's bring this entitlement.
Yes.
Sure.
And that's actually what I was trying to make, because the sense of we share and we care for each other has also created that negative impact of people now feel entitled. There are people that are even doing better than you, but they will go out to beg. And you, with the begging, they'll use it to build house and take care of all their kids. There are people that, because there's a sense of entitlement, they don't want to work.
Yes.
So there are people that are now just lazy because I have brother, our sister in the city, they'll take care of me. So I will call brother Ovie today and sister.
Is that bad? That even when I was growing, I think my dad has a school.
Yeah.
So I was principal's son then.
You think your dad has said, don't say it. Don't say it.
I was my son.
I wanted to say she was poor. And so then can call that
so
out.
when I go to cut my hair, the barber then, they won't put this kind of mindset for my head. Say, you be first son. Your papa get this. You don't need to work. I don't need to work now. I can't tell her and say, my papa money. Do you understand? Someone that's older than me is trying to sew that thing in my head. That now your papa do you be first son now.
You are sorted
I was
that
growing.
your
You
father
have the money or not.
Do you understand? You don't talk say so now me, since I left my father's house, I have not even called them to ask them for anything because I know say their job was done after NYSC. Do you understand? So there are some persons even in my state will be saying that they put eye for may this man die now. You know go die, make entitlement. After all, what's come to the worst? This one, I go say this one, say this one. Just at the end of the day, you lavish the money. That's why in my place we have a lot of rich men that they are very popular. They married a lot of wives, have a lot of children. Once they die, okay, they will share the property.
And that's it.
And that's the end.
And that also affects even how we invest, how we build legacies,
Exactly.
right?
Sure.
There was a conversation around why it's difficult to have generational wealth in most of our communities.
Yes.
It's also because we don't even invest in building wealth beyond one generation or beyond two generations. And like this conversation, I feel like we're going to need a special session to even discuss it, because this conversation is quite ingrained in our society. But one of the things, just following the trends online, I think a lot of times we misinterpret people's intentions when they have communicate their ideas. Everyone has a freedom of expression, right? What is apparent is we live in a society where everything is difficult, not just in Nigeria. Globally, there's economic challenge everywhere. People are going through tough times. The fact someone is a celebrity or holds a political office, because even our lawmakers, people in government complain. Some of our lawmakers to tell you that since once they win election, it's just my husband needs money, my child needs school, funeral, my wife gave birth, just demands upon demands. And I think as Nigerians, as Africans, we need to start having that sense of responsibility.
Yeah.
The fact someone seems to have doesn't mean they don't have their own responsibilities and pressures. Let's respect people's boundaries. If you ask and they don't give you, it's not your own. It's not an entitlement. That's why it's asking. It can be a yes or a no. If you ask and they don't give you, be okay with that. And you look for ways to also make yourself to have. Yeah. But it doesn't mean we should also not help, because I do believe in being your brothers and sisters keeper.
Exactly.
And that's what makes us Africans. We say we are nice to strangers. When a stranger comes to our community, we welcome them in, give them a glass of water. We provide shelter for those that need. So it doesn't change the idea of giving. And we're entering holiday season. And I think this holiday season, it is one thing I'll advocate for. Let's give more. However, the fact somebody is promoting giving more does not mean you will not be becoming entitled. Don't come and start calling Mr. OVA now and be saying, I see you promoting things online.
I never blow.
My friend, you don't blow for your own level. Everybody, they blow. And you're doing well for yourself. But I also know that you are going to be dealing with that kind of pressure. So I think it's on everyone to understand it's a balance. It's creating the balance. That yes, people give, but let us also be sensitive. And if they say no to us, it's not.
Is that bad that someone can just call you from? Someone called me from Facebook. I'm trying to grow my Facebook page. I heard Facebook is monetizing. They are sharing money on Facebook. I said, is it true? Let me start growing my Facebook page and see what's up. So someone called me. I'm like, the girl called me. This. She was calling me. I was even having one event. So I was like, okay, who's this? And this. She has an issue. She wants to buy handouts. She needed 1K. That. I said, okay. But where are you from? He said, from Facebook. I said, from Facebook? This Facebook where I just start now. I never have reached anywhere.
Can you imagine?
I said, okay, send me a message on WhatsApp. She sent me a message on WhatsApp. She was still calling me. I was like, this girl never let me breathe. So Jesus.
For 1K.
She said, she will almost snap the handout and show to me. So I said, no, I said, it's 1K now. And after all, the thing on the give me small joy. I said, okay, maybe this is my Facebook page. Don't they just small head? So I sent the 1K.
I hope it ended at 1K.
It ended at 1K. But my point there is, I don't see myself going on social media and start texting somebody and start saying,
you don't even know.
I don't even know. I can't even do that to somebody I know. Talk more of somebody I don't know, because I just see the person. A lot of people do that on social media.
Yes. Most people start crossing some celebrities who maybe they ask some celebrities for money. They feel that this celebrity must have money. Why are you not giving me? I'm asking you. So they start crossing on the celebrity.
You're vexing on top money that is not your own.
That's why celebrities, they find it difficult to go to public places, because once they see you, show love. The other day I was with Sabinus. Baba, the guy say, Baba, I'm your guy, yo. Sabinus had to look at his face like,
my guy from where?
Oh, yeah.
You can't look at me. I don't know. He said, look me, don't know me. I'm your guy.
Yeah, no, but honestly, because the truth is we need to balance this. And let's not put pressures on people because we think they have. Celebrities face this a lot. Elected officials, appointed officials face this a lot. People mad that are showing up on TV. Some more times they see those of us working in the civil society, please, especially me. We work in the non-profit space. We don't have, it's the truth. Because people also believe that, when they see you on TV or see you online, you have money.
You have money.
They don't pay you for showing up on TV, on TV programs, right? So I think we need to also learn to be more cautious and sensitive. But Africans are not lazy people. Yes. So I beg everybody, be like my brother here. You say you can't rely on one source. Let's diversify. Let's try to be active and hardworking. And now I'm going to another conversation.
But before we go there, please let's just learn to give value, because most times once you see people, especially once you meet rich people, the first thing that you want to do, you start asking them for money. They'll run away from you.
True.
But once they see that you have value to give, value addition.
Yes.
You're meeting someone for the first time, you feel the person has higher capacity than you. Then you look for a way to give the person value. Before those of you that always like to collect, I used to ask, how many persons you don't give? It's a natural law. You give before you collect.
It's true.
If you are giving people...
Also, people should reduce the pressure they mount on first daughters.
First sons.
Firstborns, generally.
Thank you.
Let the poor breathe.
Very important point on value.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because most times when you ask people things, they say, what do you bring? Some people want to invest in ideas.
Yeah.
You want to see the value you're bringing. If all you come is take and take and take, it's even against the laws of nature. And I'm going straight to movies, because I know that in the past couple of months there have been new movies. So any one movie that you can think of that people should a must see for this season? Because you know we're going to holiday season. People like me, I need recommendation.
The movie Lord.
Yeah, tell us.
No, I thought you were going to mention the movie you love so much, The Black Book.
The Black Book.
I actually love it too.
Oh, The Black Book. I haven't seen it, so I would save that to see for the holiday season.
Yeah, you can check on Netflix for it.
Okay.
I think it's Prime. Is it Netflix?
I watched it on Netflix.
Yeah, it's Netflix. Yeah. It's Netflix.
Okay. Any movie?
Can we talk about movies that are not out yet?
We're talking about what was trending in the past.
What was trending?
Yeah.
Koi.
Madam Koi. Did you know of Madam
I'm
Koi
still
when you were in
scared to
high
watch
school?
that movie.
I heard of
why.
it too, but I don't really. Then, not like I heard of the story.
Yeah.
But you know, once you are growing up as a child and you're wearing one big, there's what we call akbola. Once you wear that kind of big shoe, they go say, this one they were kind of Madam Koi. So I didn't really see the movie. I didn't really hear the story that much. But that Koi, I think that's where Kokoshu came about.
If you have gone to a
Boarding school.
I didn't go
No,
to
that's
that.
why. I went to an all-girls boarding school, Federal Government Girls College, Buhari, right? Madam Koi at one point was an issue. Any other movie? Not like it was an issue like I saw Madam Koi, but it was something, we studied this Madam Koi here and we all believed it and we were all afraid of it, of the idea. Yes. Any other movie?
There's one movie, Biodun Stevens on
Oh,
Prime.
Big Love. I watched that one.
movie
Now I'm not feeling out of place. Yes. I
At
like
least
Big Love because I'm a Biodun Stevens fan. I've always said this before.
Okay.
And then it's also love. I know I like love. Love will not kill me.
Love again.
Yes.
If you don't want to even watch any movies this weekend, please go and watch Madam Koi or Black Book.
Black Book.
Movies.
Okay.
The movies
Is it Madam
Oh,
Koi or Madam
Madam
Coin?
It's Koi.
Koi.
Any movie?
K-O-I.
Ovi, any movie?
My dear, I've lost track.
You
because
lost track.
I'm not a movie person because I'm also on the scene. That's why
Yeah.
watch out for Sarah's Abduction that's coming out soon.
Oh,
okay?
Sarah's Adoption. This one you're
I'm in
doing
that
promo.
one. I'm in that
All
one.
right, you're in that one. Oh,
I'm in
you're
that
in
movie.
it. No, because you're in it, we have to watch out
Watch
for
it.
it.
Watch out for
Yes,
that one.
yes, we are
Very
running down.
necessary.
It's been an interesting, just being back on set to have these conversations. I honestly have missed this kind of conversations. And we have to end with the kinds of things we want to see in our system. And we started with ministers appointed. And I was just thinking around if there is, because we're shooting from the FCT, let's begin from the FCT. We're shooting from the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. What is the one thing you want to see the Minister of FCT, Wike, what is that one thing you want to see him focus on in his administration?
I think I would like to see him focus more on the insecurity, especially the chance.
Yes, that's becoming a thing in Abuja. We've had more cases of even kidnapping
Yeah.
in Abuja. And then this one chance thing, people that get into maybe explain it for our non-Nigerian audience.
I've been a victim of one chance,
Oh wow.
and
Tell us your story.
it's very traumatic for people who get to survive it. It's very traumatic. And I'm lucky enough to have come out with no injuries. Wow. People have scars, and they actually blew, gave me a few punches there. I had
So you got into a taxi. How did that happen?
So it was Kubwa Express.
Okay.
Because I was going to Gwarimpa 7 p.m. there.
7 p.m. That's not so late.
That's not even late.
Yeah.
So you can imagine. So we got into this cab. There were 3 guys, one in front, 2 in front, the driver,
And the
passenger seat, and then 1 guy at the back. And our minds was not even alert like that. So we just wanted to get home because we were tired.
Yeah.
And my friend got in first, then I got in, and we closed the door. And as we're going, we didn't even go too far, like 3 minutes away or maybe 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
They stopped. And then suddenly, my friend started shouting, Jesus, Jesus. Me, my mind was not even there. Because I was even gisting with the driver. I was like, because
so they were ordinary, familiar people.
Exactly. I was like, you don't go like collect 1 million because of how the amount he was calling for me sounded silly. Then he now just suddenly stopped. My friend started shouting, Jesus, Jesus. Then the guy beside her just put her head down on his laps. And then the one in front pulled his chair back. And then started putting up our windows, and it was
Tinted.
yes, tinted glasses.
Okay.
Tinted glasses, I no longer enter. Golf, I might be able to enter, but if it's tinted, I will not enter.
Yeah,
and I don't enter along at night anymore. In summary, they thought we were some girls that they wanted to pick up for one baba, and then they said, we're not the ones. They checked our phones, and then they just gave us back our bags and threw us out, but they took our phones. They even said we see these broke girls. They don't have it because we didn't have cash with us. I only held my transportation with me.
Well, like because no, the thing is,
it just threw us
beyond
out.
this experience, because there are more reports now in the FCT around these kinds of insecurity. So I honestly hope that the FCT minister looks into this issue.
Really needs to be
any other issue to look into FCT in the Abuja?
Yes, basically since I came into Abuja 2019, there've been some road constructions. They've been there,
Infrastructure,
and everybody have been like, "Don't worry, very soon they are working on this." I was like, I've been hearing these things for like 5 years now. Working on this, so I want those for it to be fast tracked.
I guess that investment in infrastructure
it also contributes to this one chance. You're also saying if you have this is FCT for Christ's sake.
Good roads.
If you have good road network, you know all those abandoned projects like all those Apple side that have they have a lot of population there, but the road is congested.
Yeah,
you know, coming back at night is you'll be thinking
something is no true.
You understand?
And I'm hoping that the minister looks into that. All these abandoned projects they need to be addressed, and I mean the work needs to resume, and we need to develop the FCT. What other thing? Any other thing? I think for me is the street lights. I think I want Abuja to be better lit, right? Yeah. It's a capital city. We want to see everywhere properly lit. Let our street lights be working.
Even that the one in this area
it also reduces the level of insecurity, because where places are dark, it becomes its own threat to our safety. So I think we also want to see that. And just running up our conversation, what else do we want to see from the ministers appointed? We've talked about creative. I know we have the Minister of Finance and coordinating economy. You talked about agriculture. Why is agriculture important?
So I think they need to invest more on our local agriculture, so we'll be able to like produce more, to have more to export out, and also to reduce the cost of food. Because if you go to the market now,
it's a lot. Yes, no.
Do you know how much is onions?
The thing is,
things are expensive.
It's heartbreaking.
And the thing is, Nigeria is blessed with a lot of land, and honestly, we need to invest in our agriculture. We want to see better production that is enough to feed the people of Nigeria and sufficient enough to export. But it's no exportation. It's not just about production. It's about quality of what is produced. Yeah. And if we're talking about diversifying the economy beyond oil, then agriculture is something to look into. When we talk about creative art, agriculture, the creative economy rather, agriculture is also something to invest in. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, wow, gentleman is one person. It's been an interesting conversation so far. Beautiful. For the first episode of the Unamplified Podcast Season 2. Wow. And, you know, like we always say to our amazing audience, thank you so much for always listening and watching. And what do you want to say to our audience?
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And make sure you listen on all our platforms. And of course, don't forget to comment other trends that we have missed from October till like now.
Yes. Put those trends
in our
comments.
Don't forget to share this.
Oh, yes.
A lot of person needs to see it.
Yes, thank you so much, Obi. Yes, we need to share that. And we also do our shout out to our guys behind the scene, because it's not just us. There are people making this thing happen. So let's shout out to our guys behind the scene.
Shout out to our director extraordinaire.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yes, so
shout out to Coca, our cinematographer. Shout out to Drexx. Shout out to Ifeanyi. Shout out to Ayor. Shout out to Chi, the cool one. She's not here with us.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. She's with us at heart.
She did not die. She's very alive and kicking.
I wanted to say that. Said it too. I wanted to say away.
No. We don't reach away. And then Austin, we have Austin also here with us. Shout out to Austin. And ladies, and the one and only over here, the guy that wears many hats. Thank you so much, Fresh Rory Boy. It's been amazing having you. And you've heard everyone. You have to follow us on all our social media platforms, including on Spotify and Apple Podcast. And to our audience and listeners, keep a date with us every Wednesday. We're bringing you hot content. And you know, guys, like we always say on the podcast, when you're on, you're amplified. And we cheers to Africa. Cheers.
Cheers.
Africa is great. Woo.